At last, are we finally getting that meaningful buying opportunity I've been talking about in the hottest of the hot cloud stocks? The whole group started rolling over last week when some of the smaller players, Domo, CrowdStrike, reported imperfect quarters, although I actually like the CrowdStrike quarter, but you know what? They've really been getting annihilated. Look at Alteryx, AYX. It's the rapidly growing data analytics play, which is one of the hottest stocks around till last week. Now, I've been telling you to wait for this one to give you a pullback because I thought it was too expensive, even though it's got a terrific concept. Their technology sits in the middle of a business's data ecosystem, like a very efficient pipeline between inputs and outputs. Now it's getting hit hard. On Thursday, Alteryx was at 147. That's right, 147. Now, Alteryx is $120. It plummeted another 15% today. And why? Simply because of the broader melee in the cloud space, coupled with the rotation to cheaper, safer stocks that I talked about at the top of the show. Nothing's changed with the underlying story, though. The fundamentals are still fantastic. Last quarter was incredible. So I think Alteryx is exactly the kind of stock worth buying slowly into weakness. Emphasis on slowly. But do not take it from me. Let's dig deeper with Dean Stoecker. He's the chairman and CEO of Alteryx. Find out more about his company and where it's headed. Mr. Stoecker, welcome back to Mad Money.
Hey, Jim. Welcome to Silicon Orchard here in Orange County, California.
All right. Well, yeah, there it is. I always liked Orange County more than I like up north. Now, Dean, I downloaded your book, okay? Because it's terrific. I download all the stuff that you do. But now I've got something that keeps showing, I'm going to show my age. I keep being told that this is the age of the badass analyst. How do I get to be a badass analyst?
Well, you've done the first part, Jim. You've downloaded the software. If you click and run it, you're going to get the thrill of solving all over again. We do this intentionally. We typically start our journeys with our customers by simply getting the 14-day trial and prosecuting analytics in a variety of ways so that you too can get the thrill of problem solving again.
Well, what it seems like is that, as you say, code-free people get to learn things, and people who are code-friendly really get to learn things. How can something be both?
Well, that's a great point. First of all, Alteryx is a platform. It's not a point solution. So we purpose-built the platform to address the two primary audiences that are affecting digital transformation today. We made Alteryx drag and drop, click and run, code-free for the citizen data scientists, the 47 million people who are living in VLOOKUPs and spreadsheets. And we made it code-friendly for the 2 million PhD trained statisticians. And we see a convergence between these two audiences everywhere we go in all verticals around the world.
Well, Dean, I got to tell you, I know a younger person who is at a company and everyone's using Excel. He found out about your company. He is running rings around everybody else. Are there still people who cling or remain disenfranchised by Excel?
Well, of course. I think people have been historically locked out of BI and analytic processes from yesteryear. Those technologies are, the systems of record deep in IT. And in order to get work done, analysts took their world back and they decided to try and do these big data analytics solutions inside of a spreadsheet that was built 30 years ago. It's still going to be the last mile in analytics, but people are trying to figure out how do you put 1 trillion rows into a 1 million row spreadsheet, and we know that that's untenable for most organizations. So we typically find the analyst who just doesn't like their job anymore because they're not productive citizens for the enterprise, and they start that journey just like you did. You can become a badass analyst in no time using Alteryx.
Well, it's genius. If I were unfortunate enough to work for the Dallas Cowboys, would I become a badass analyst and understand how to do sentiment analytics?
Well, sure. I think that most sports teams, and not just the Dallas Cowboys, but the Green Bay Packers use Alteryx to do all kinds of things. Things inside the stadium, things on the playing field itself. There's a ton of data that's being assembled and accumulated within a stadium, from videos of lines at the food counter, the wait times at the beer stand, tweets about players in Section 4 during a particular play. And, the NFL teams are beginning to leverage analytics to drive a better experience, not only for the players on the field, but a better experience for the patrons in the stands.
I'm getting a lot of word that people are I just watched an old friend talk about how stadiums are being wired for gambling. I have to tell you, I'm not allowed to gamble, but if I were a gambler, I would love to know what your company could do for me.
Well, we actually work with many of the casinos in all parts of the world. In fact, the remote Indian reservations, some of the Vegas clubs that exist today. Imagine all the data that's being collected from slot machines and the cards that are given for loyalty business and where they meander throughout the casino. And so because Alteryx has the ability to understand spatial analytics and predictive modeling, it's a pretty good chance that we'll know what you're going to do next, and that's priceless to C-suite in organizations around the globe. And
also for C-suite, for those who have tariff problems, you're talking about being able to automate some of that data and make it so that they can maybe keep prices down.
Well, automation is key to every business who's embarked on this digital transformation journey. I just got back from Hong Kong, and there more than any other place, we're seeing supply chain try to understand how to reduce shipping costs, how to improve time to delivery, how to improve just-in-time manufacturing, and take risk out of the system. We have no exposure to China, but we're helping everyone who does have exposure to China figure out how to design analytic pipelines and automate processes that drive value for organizations.
All right, one last question, Dean. Obviously, you don't control your stock. Stock has been, was a rocket, has come back down. Advice to people who own the stock?
Well, listen, it's one day in our journey. We are not changing anything. Our go-to-market model is more powerful than the platform itself. We have in play a massive opportunity. There's a $24 billion addressable market just in the line of business. And our belief is that the winner take all in that space, and we intend it to be us, will be the natural beneficiary of the share shift to the $28 billion of technology, legacy technology that sits in IT today. So we're very bullish on the future. We're excited about our lot in life. We took a long journey to get to this point, and we're going to continue down this path to success.
All right, that's Dean Stoecker, Chairman, CEO of Alteryx. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks, Jim.
Look, stocks get hot, rotation, stocks get cool, companies stay the same. This is a good one. Dean Stoecker, Chairman, CEO of Alteryx. Mad Money's back in.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.